When I had an interesting exchange on the phone I wanted to talk about, and it's this idea that in social media, it would seem that no one wants you to sell anything ever. Now, I know Alex Hormozy would want to bitch slap me right now. And I know marketers in general are triggered by this notion that social media, that we wouldn't want to plug our business or have a call to action. And I'm not saying that you never can or you never should, but my feeling is that the general public is pretty allergic to any type of sales message or direct call to action for sales. And there's no doubt at how it hurts the performance of your content. So as a guy with a page that has almost no selling and is really just content with the Philly Top Realtor handle, what's your take on this?
I do think you can sell online, but I also think you got to passively do it and not directly do it. And if you're doing the same thing that everybody else is selling or the same way that everyone, it loses its effect and people just swipe off of it.
Yeah.
So I think a good mix of content with any business is probably the best way to do it. But I also think you can sell a lot of stuff that you do without even ever talking about what you do, just by putting out good content, because they'll start liking you.
That's right.
And there's ways to mix it in without looking like you're selling something.
Yeah. Now you've been down this road. You've been creating content for at least 3, if not 4 years now, right? Online.
Yep.
Right. And if I heard you correctly, your original content was more sales oriented and just traditionally focused on talking about real estate and, even if it was passive, passively saying, hey, look, we're talking real estate. I'm a realtor. Give me a shout. But you've moved away from that, right?
Correct.
Why?
Because I was starting to find that when I just keep posting, I sold this, I sold that, and I listed this. This is what's going on in real estate. This is the market report in Philadelphia. It didn't get much like views, likes, response, like comments, anything like that. But then when I posted something that had nothing to do with real estate and was more about the local area where I work, it was the complete opposite. And I just saw the pattern. It kept doing it. So now I'll do mostly not real estate. I'll mix in something here and there, but for the most part, and my name and my profile says them, so they know what I do.
Right.
If they like me,
right,
which is what's been happening. I was in a cafe the other day. Some guy comes up to me, he goes, "Are you a realtor?" And then he laughed and he goes, "Oh, I love your stuff on TikTok." And I know I'm not posting much about real estate on there, so it had nothing to do. But they find you, and
they find you,
if they want,
and they recognize you, and they see the handle. So you started to realize this, 2-3 years ago. Have you looked back?
No.
Have you become even more determined to do content that's less focused on real estate?
Yes.
And how do you think that served you?
It works. It just always works.
It just always works.
Because people don't see the basic real estate content, or should I say a very few amount. Whereas if you open it up to just basic things that everybody wants to see and talk about, you just get so many more.
You just access more people in general.
Yeah.
When you do post something real estate related, does it still underperform your other content?
Generally, yes, unless it's like combined with something else that isn't real estate.
So you find a way, if you find a way to weave it into something else.
Or like something so unique or strange, or, like a house I walk in and this didn't happen, but a dead body on the ground and I like film it, that would do well.
Yeah.
It would.
That would probably be your best performing piece of content.
Yeah, it hasn't happened yet. But I've seen some crazy stuff. I've posted a couple things like that. Not like that, but like crazy things you wouldn't normally see in a house.
Right.
Those would do well.
Right.
But if I sit here and start talking about mortgage rates or why you should buy now or why it's better to buy now, and those don't do well.
So I know you're not a marketing consultant by trade, but you're a guy that's got several years of content production under your belt. 40,000 some followers across platform. Like, you know what you're doing.
I've learned.
If you're talking to a small business, I'm sure you've talked to many business owners over your many years, and they said to you, I think I'm going to do more social media. What would your recommendation be?
To do it regularly, not because everybody says that I'm going to do social media, and then they post like one post every 2 weeks.
Right. So regularly, but beyond regular, then what? But what should I post, Brett? They say to you. What are you going to say?
I mean, it depends on the business, but I wouldn't just put. I would post your life, and then throw in the business here and there, and make it different than everybody else in that type of business that you're doing.
All right, so we're role playing now.
Yeah.
And I said to you, how often do you think I should put calls to action, like call me about if you need XYZ, or, best in business for X amount of years? Like,
out of every 6 posts, maybe one like that. But I also think in the other posts, you could mention how you're a lawyer.
Yeah.
In a discreet way where you're not asking people, but they know what you do.
Yeah.
They're learning what you do.
All right. So I know we covered it, but zoom out and in 20 seconds or so, summarize your approach to content.
So I think it should be like hyper local. So you should unless you're like a business that goes all over the place. But if you're a local business, focus on local clients,
local happenings.
Yeah. So local happenings, local restaurants,
local news.
Sometimes the controversy in local areas of certain things that are going on.
Aspects of the people.
Yeah. Mixed in with some of the things you do. Or even like you put a video up of a cheesesteak restaurant, but you're saying, as a local Philly realtor, I get to eat at a lot of Philly cheesesteak places. This is why I like this one. So you mentioned you're a realtor, but you're not throwing the typical real estate stuff in people's face.
Yeah. So I've been in marketing 20 years. See what I did? See what I did there? I've been in marketing 20 years. I represent agencies for a living. Okay. I represent about 300 marketing agencies. A good chunk of those are offering social media. And I would say a good chunk of those have it all wrong. Mm-hmm. They have it all wrong. They're still focusing on getting the branding just right of the posts and, I don't know, just, mentioning, talking about what you do and who you serve and happy clients and testimonials. And I think, like you said, if you're doing that, you said 1 out of 6. So what's that? 18%, I believe, if my math is correct. Might not be. It's close.
I think you're close.
18%, I would say, or less.
Yeah.
And you find ways to weave it in. Your handle says what you do. Your bio says what you do. People get it. I'll tell you another thing. Something we've kind of learned or experimenting with over our content journey is that I am starting to believe that you're going to get more engagement, more reach, and more followers if your handle isn't your business, polarizing statement, right? I'm sure like a business should have their business handle and people should know the business. But I think it's like if you have a business handle, but then separately you have a handle that's like your name or, Philly Lifestyle. That Philly Lifestyle handle is going to outperform that business handle all day, even if they're posting similar content, is my point. So when people see a business handle, I'm not talking Philly Top Realtor, I'm talking like XYZ Mechanics or ABC Insurance, they're more likely to go, yeah, thanks, but no thanks. You're selling me something.
I agree.
Whereas if that same insurance agent had Philly Lifestyle by Joe, people are going to be much more receptive to Philly Lifestyle by Joe's content than Joe, the insurance agent.
I'd agree with that.
That's my take.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it's been a difficult conclusion to come to because we're starting from scratch a little bit with new handles for this exact reason.
Actually, the other thing is I run a team of real estate agents, and everybody says, should I have a separate account for my personal and my real estate? And I did originally. And what I wanted was a lot of work. Two, with the one that was just real estate, when I was just posting real estate, nobody cared. It was boring, and so then I just use the one now.
Yeah. Well, where do you hang your license?
Pennsylvania.
Well, I mean, what brokerage?
I'm with Compass.
You're with Compass, right? So I'll put it this way. I think Brett with Philly Top Realtor will outperform Compass all day long even if you guys are posting the same type of stuff. Because I think people want to do business with people. It's an old saying, but it translates directly into social media. So, I mean, we're going to eat our own dog food. I hate that expression. I hate that expression. You ever heard it?
I've heard it.
It's fucking terrible. But we're going to eat our own dog food, right? Like, we got NJ Content Studio, and it's going to do just fine. But our new handles, NJ Local Flavor, NJ Creator Show, or even John, Middleway J is my personal handle. I expect all of those handles to outperform NJ Content Studio because business versus individual, people will take individual all day long. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it.